On to football, and Swindon Town's FA Cup second round replay against Crawley is on tonight. The winners will play Derby County in the third round next month. Alistair Durden reports from the county ground.
Despite another night of sub-zero temperatures here in Swindon, the pitch is actually in really good condition. And that's because of these huge frost covers the club has been using, as well as a hot air blower. Let's talk to head groundsman Marcus Cassidy. Any problems at all, Marcus?
No, not whatsoever. We managed to get the pitch covered after the game Saturday straight away. The temperatures dropped to about -4, -5 both Sunday night and last night, but the covers handled the drop in temperature perfectly. And as you can see, the pitch is perfectly playable.
Very good news. Well, tonight's game is an FA Cup second round replay against the Conference High Flyers Crawley Town. 1-1 when the sides met 11 days ago, when many people outside of the West Country were tipping Crawley for an upset.
We had a very emotive game at the place where everybody expected, outside of Swindon, to be knocked out. And all the vibes were coming out about us doing this, that and the other. If we're not doing this, if we're not up to this, blah, 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 we'll get knocked out. Well, we were up for it, and we'll be up for it tomorrow night as well, and I expect us to get through the tie.
And if they do, they'll be at home to Championship side Derby County in the third round. Well, let's have a word with Chief Executive Nick Watkins. Nick, do you budget for a place in the third round?
Yes, we certainly do. And so tonight's critically important that we get through and achieve the objective.
Would it be a money spinner, Derby at home?
It could be. They could bring a decent crowd. They have a good travelling support, about 3,000 we would hope, and it would be an attractive fixture for our home fans.
Well, let's hope you can get it. You've got to beat Crawley first tonight, of course. My message is, if you're coming, wrap up warm. If not, it's on the radio, BBC Wiltshire tonight, and we'll have the result at 10:25.
So, talk about the FA Cup. Crawley Town, well done to them. They're celebrating after making it through to the third round of the competition. They beat League One Swindon Town 3-2 last night with a goal right at the end of extra time. The non-leaguers have already made nearly £200,000 from their cup run, and they will now face Championship side Derby County, as Danielle Glavin reports.
Even though Crawley took the lead, victory looked a long way off when John Paul McGovern equalised for Swindon. Then Charlie Austin put the home side ahead. But you need luck in the cup, and Crawley got it. After a Swindon sending off, an own goal took the tie into extra time. Then, in the dying minutes, came this.
Smith has won it, surely for Crawley! They must now be on their way!
It was a fantastic performance, and probably the best performance of a Crawley Town team ever, and we're delighted with the prize we've got.
The fans are delighted too. The phones have been ringing non-stop as people call up about tickets.
They can fit almost 5,000 fans in this stadium, but they've never had a sell-out game. However, come January the 8th, they think they'll change that.
In the town centre, news of the win was spreading. But can they beat Championship side Derby?
Definitely. I mean, what's stopping us now?
We'll have a few beers if they get through. I don't think they'll beat Derby County, but they'll be all right.
Brian Clough's son for Derby. That'll be a very good game, I'm sure.
Do you think they stand a chance?
On the day, yeah, always, yeah.
There's fighting talk at the club.
I have no fears of Derby whatsoever. It won't be easy. You know, we have to be realistic. They're a Championship side with phenomenal players, but we're a match for anybody on the day.
And for a club that survived administration twice, an FA Cup tie is a welcome battle, not just for the event itself, but for the money it brings in. Danielle Glavin, BBC South Today in Crawley.
Fantastic. Really, really well done to Crawley.
Well, now to sport. And Swindon Town have been dumped out of the FA Cup by a non-league side, and their captain was sent off.
Ground staff had worked long and hard to beat the freeze and ensure the pitch was in good condition, but the players couldn't match that performance.
Crawley, playing in the red strip last night, played 2 divisions below Swindon, but despite taking the lead, it looked as if normal service would be resumed when John Paul McGovern equalised, and then Charlie Austin got his 14th goal of the season to give Swindon the lead. But then the moment that got Swindon manager Danny Wilson so upset, captain Jonathan Douglas was sent off, a straight red card for this challenge on Glenn Wilson. An own goal by Swindon gave Crawley the extra time they deserved, and 2 minutes short of the tie, going to a penalty shootout, Ben Smith got the winner. So Swindon became an embarrassing cup casualty and will now miss out on a third round tie at home to Championship side Derby. David Passmore, BBC Points West.